Costner is one of the most familiar faces in American movies. People know him as the calm protector in The Bodyguard, the dreamer in Field of Dreams, and the filmmaker who created Dances with Wolves. He did not grow up rich or powerful. He came from a simple family. His father worked digging ditches and later fixing power lines, and his mother was a quiet social worker. Their home was small, but it taught Kevin the value of work, kindness, and silent strength. A sadness lived in the family long before Kevin was born. 2 years earlier, his older brother died after only one day of life. This loss made his father stricter and his mother more quiet. Kevin grew up feeling this silence, even if no one spoke about it. The family moved often, from one town to another, because his father kept searching for steady work. By the time Kevin was 12, he had already lived in several different places. Each move made him feel like an outsider. He became the quiet kid, the boy who wrote poems, the one teachers sometimes forgot to call on. But these experiences taught him something important. Life may change again and again, but you can still stand up and start over. He finished college with a marketing degree, but he felt trapped. At age 23, during a flight home from his honeymoon, he met the famous actor Richard Burton by chance. Kevin nervously told him that he wanted to act but was afraid to try. Burton looked at him and said, "You'll be fine." Those three simple words changed Kevin's life. After that moment, he quit his job, packed his bags, and drove to Los Angeles with almost no money. The struggle was long and difficult. He worked many small jobs, cleaning boats, driving trucks, giving bus tour to pay rent. Casting directors ignored him and he often went hungry. His first movie was embarrassing, and one early role in The Big Chill was completely cut out of the final film. Still, he kept going. He used to tell himself, "Dreams don't open doors. They give you strength to keep knocking." Finally, in 1985, he got his first real break with the movie Silverado. It opened the path to bigger roles and greater success. Soon came The Untouchables, Bull Durham, Field of Dreams, and then Dances with Wolves. Many people thought the film was a terrible idea, a long western, spoken partly in the Lakota language, directed by a young actor. But Kevin believed in it. He used his own money to make it, and in the end, it won 7 Oscars and made him one of Hollywood's biggest stars. But fame rises and falls. Waterworld was extremely expensive and almost ruined his career. The Postman failed even worse. Critics mocked him and called him outdated. Kevin later said, "I wasn't broken, I was emptied." He stepped back from Hollywood for a while. Slowly, he returned with films like Open Range, which reminded people of his talent. And then, at age 63, he became a global star again with his role as John Dutton in Yellowstone. Millions of viewers connected with his performance. While his career had high and low moments, his personal life had even deeper challenges. His first marriage ended painfully, and he lost much of his wealth. His second marriage lasted nearly 19 years, but it also fell apart in 2023-2024. The court ordered child support, and his wife had to leave their home in Santa Barbara. The most painful part came when photos appeared of her walking with a man Kevin once considered a friend. The pictures did not prove anything, but they hurt deeply. Kevin told a close friend, "I still love her, but some things you can't unsee." What truly broke him was not money, but seeing his children's lives divided between 2 homes. Kevin also carried other losses. His mother passed away while he was far away filming, and he didn't reach in time to say goodbye. 2 years later, his father died as well. Missing both of their final moments became one of Kevin's lifelong regrets. These losses softened his films. He began telling stories about fathers and sons, forgiveness, land, and time. He learned to appreciate silence, the same silence his parents once lived in. The death of Whitney Houston was another wound he carried quietly. For The Bodyguard, Kevin had insisted she was perfect for the role even when studios disagreed. She trusted him, calling him her safe place. When she died in 2012, Kevin sat alone for hours. At her funeral, he whispered, "And I will always love you." Years later, he still changed the radio station whenever her song came on, not because he wanted to avoid it, but because the memories were too sacred. At 70, Kevin continues to work, even though age has brought pain. His knees hurt, his back aches, and he moves slower than before. During different films, he broke ribs, suffered injuries, and worked through long, exhausting days. Still, he wakes up early at his ranch in Aspen, feeding horses and keeping himself active. "Movement keeps me alive," he says. For decades, Kevin dreamed of creating a film series called Horizon, an American saga. Studios refused to support it, so he mortgaged his own home and invested his own money. The film received mixed reviews and modest earnings, but Kevin felt proud because he finally told the story he had carried in his heart since 1988. In the end, Kevin Costner's life is not just about movies or awards. It is about endurance. He lost marriages, friendships, parents, money, and time. He faced betrayal, criticism, and heartbreak. Yet he kept standing, kept working, and kept loving his children with quiet loyalty. He often says that success fades, but love and responsibility remain. For Kevin, the most important horizon is not Hollywood. It is the future he builds for his children. His story shows that real strength is not about winning. It is about continuing, even when life takes almost everything from you. It is about walking forward with a tired body but an unbroken spirit. Kevin Costner proved this again and again. Greatness is not how high you rise, but how many times you rise after falling.